Good morning to everyone. Welcome to today's science class. We are in chapter 2 digestive system, and the objective of today's class is to understand the structure and the function of large intestine. Now, as usual, before we start today's topic, let us have a quick recap of things which we have studied in the last class. So, in the last class, we studied about the role of small intestine in digesting the food completely. So, how it digests the food? With the help of bile juice and pancreatic juice along with the digestive enzymes, the food is completely digested in the small intestine. So, after the food is digested, the nutrients are being absorbed in the small intestine with the help of some finger-like projection, which are known as villi, and this villi is present in the small intestine. So, it helps to absorb the nutrients from the digested food. So, the extraction of the nutrients is done by these finger-like projections when the food or the digested food moves through the small intestine. This finger-like projection extracts the nutrients from the digested food, and then the remaining undigested food moves to the large intestine. So today we are going to discuss what happens to this undigested food in the large intestine. So let us begin the topic large intestine. So this is the diagram of large intestine, and here we can see that there are different parts of large intestine. Now let us try to figure out them one by one. So if you see, the entire large intestine is mainly divided into four parts, starting from this part cecum. So it is basically the beginning of the large intestine. The small intestine connects to the cecum. So we can say cecum is the beginning of the large intestine, and then we have colon. Now colon is basically divided into four parts. So we can see this part right from here till this part is the colon of the large intestine. So this covers most of the portion of the large intestine, and this colon is further divided in four parts, starting from ascending colon. Now it is ascending because we can see it is moving upwards, and then we have transverse colon. So this part is your transverse colon. This is the horizontal part of the large intestine. Then when it moves downwards, this part is called descending colon. So this is your descending colon. Then this descending colon now enters into the sigmoid colon. So this curvature is basically the sigmoid colon. Then the sigmoid colon is followed by this part rectum, where the undigested waste is stored in the form of semi-solid feces, or we can say stool, that finally comes out through this opening, which is called anus. So this is your anus. So if we say the entire large intestine is mainly divided into four parts, but there is another part which you can see here. This part is called appendix. This is an outgrowth arising from the edge of the large intestine. So this appendix has got no function in the human body, but at times it may lead to severe pain when this gets infected. So at times it needs to be removed in order to get rid from that pain. So you must have heard your neighbors uh, going for an appendix operation. So this is the appendix part, which at times may lead to severe pain. So uh, large intestine has mainly four parts. So first is cecum, then this the longest part is the colon, which is divided in four parts: ascending, transverse, descending colon, and sigmoid colon. And then we have rectum. This part is rectum, and finally we have anus. So now let us discuss the function of large intestine. So large intestine, it is about 1.5 meters in length, and that 1.5 meters is equivalent to 5 feet. Then we have already discussed it is a combination of cecum, colon, rectum, and anus. So this colon is, we know, has four parts, which are ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, and finally sigmoid colon. So what happens to the undigested food in the large intestine? So the water is absorbed in the large intestine along with some salts from the undigested food material. So when the undigested food reaches from small intestine into the large intestine, the walls of large intestine absorbs water along with some salts from the undigested food. So salts like sodium and the minerals like sodium and chlorine are also absorbed in the large intestine. Then the remaining waste passes into the rectum and remains there as a semi-solid feces. So once the water is absorbed from the undigested food, it turns into a semi-solid form. That semi-solid form is your feces, which is stored in the rectum as stool. So we also know that is the stool. And finally that feces comes out through an opening called anus. So this is how the undigested food finally is excreted through anus, and from that undigested food some important nutrients, or we can say minerals, like sodium or chlorine is extracted from the undigested food along with the absorption of water. And we know water is very much important for our body because it's about 75% of the entire composition of the body is what? Water. So it rehydrates our body, so the water as far as possible is absorbed even from that undigested food. So that is done by the large intestine. So let's have a quick recap of things which we have studied today. So we have discussed about the diagram of large intestine, and we know that large intestine has how many parts? Four main parts. What are those four main parts? Cecum, colon, and rectum, and then anus. And colon is further divided into four parts such as ascending colon, transverse colon, then descending colon, and sigmoid colon. So this is about the structure of large intestine. Now what is the function? It absorbs water along with some important salts and also minerals such as sodium and chlorine from the undigested food material. Then the remaining waste passes into the rectum where it remains there as semi-solid feces, and then that feces finally comes out through an opening called anus. So this is all about the structure and function of large intestine. So with this we come to the end of today's class. Thank you, my dear students.